Welcome back to the social session where we have been learning the impact of colonialism in India, especially on the labor policies we have read in the previous chapter. So let us see how these labor problems are being met or solved by the governments consecutively, and how they were given proper facilities in the working place. Similarly, there in 1919 the cost of living was rising for the living conditions in towns were rising, and the cost of living was also rising in many of the cities. As a result, the laborers wages were not being increased. So the laborers of the mills of Mumbai went on strike, in which the mills were closed for 12 days. The laborers not only fought for their wages, they also fought against the Britishers for the freedom in India. It was not only for their wages, but they also fought against the Britishers for the freedom of India. So it was during the same period in 1908, the British sent famous Indian freedom fighter Lokmanya Balagangadhar Tilak for 6 years of exile. And in short time, the laborers of all mills of Mumbai went on strike against this decision only for 6 days. So it was in 1908 where the mill workers had come to the support of the Lokmanya Tilak for his exile from India. And the strange thing was that many of the problems in the beginning, most of the educated people of India did not pay attention to the problems of laborers. Most of the educated people, because they were busy on the Indian independence strategy, but not on the problems being faced by the laborers. For them, it was more important to find ways to develop industries in India. In the earlier phase, they did not think much about the kind of working conditions that should be there for workers. So they have thought about how the new free Indian constitution should be, but never they have thought about how the working conditions of the workers should be, because they thought that Indian industries should be developed in order to face the development pattern in the world. But surprisingly, in Britain, the factory owners, traders and social workers were worried by the conditions of the Indian laborers. They began talking to the government about these problems. The industrialists and social workers of Britain began to put pressure on the government that there should be laws to improve the conditions of the laborers in India similar to that of Britain. As a result of this pressure, what happened? The government seriously started thinking about for reducing the working hours of the laborers and making the laws that would give laborers holidays. The industrialists and educated people of India were unhappy about this change. They felt that once the laborers were given fixed incomes and other facilities such as leaves, the production would come down and expenses of the owners would go up, and this would in turn make the things that are produced in the factories more expensive. If this happened, what happened? The goods coming from Britain would sell more easily, and development of Indian industries would come to a standstill. And this is a plan of the Britain, they thought. Improving the workers' conditions, they thought that it is a plan to decrease the production in the Indian industries and to sell their British products in the market. But that was not the original agenda of the government. They had some serious looking into the problems of the laborers. It was in 1881 the government implemented the first Factory Act, which mentioned the rules especially for the welfare of the working children. That means children below the age of 7 cannot be employed into the workers according to the 1881 Factories Act, and children between 7 and 12 years of age cannot be made to work for more than 9 hours a day, and they must also be given 4 days of leave each month. Okay, it may be any day. Of course, later Sunday has been declared as a holiday by the British government only. For everybody, Sunday has been declared as a holiday. The largest number of laborers in industries was that of men. It wasn't until 1911 that laws for the welfare were made according to the Factories Act of 1911. Adult male laborers could not be made to work for more than 12 hours. After every 6 hours of work, there would be a break of half an hour. These kind of laws have been introduced into the Factories Act later. So these are the new changes which occurred into the laborers' conditions. Indian industries were suspicious about the British industrialists were just pretending to show concern for the welfare of the Indian laborers. May they have actually had their own interest in mind. So we were suspicious why they were showing lot of concern towards the Indian laborers. The Indian industrialists were very much suspicious of the act of the Britisher. The educated people in India had also come to believe that if laws were made in the interest of the laborers, industries would not able to develop in India. So many of the educated Indians also thought the same thing. A few lines published in a major newspaper of Bengal in 1875 showing those days of thinking. So rather than this new industry be destroyed, it is better that laborers keep dying in high conditions, high number. Once our industries are well established, that we can protect the interests of our own laborers. So this is what the thinking of our newspapers were in those days of 1875, when the British government started implementing new rules for the welfare of the workers. There were many labor organizations were also set up, which we shall see in the next class, children. Tomorrow we will declare the formative assessment 2 syllabus, children, in the class. Thank you.